It looks like it's trying. Oh, I see timer going. Timer go up. Number go. Yay! Okay, we're live.
Huzzah!
Took just a second. We got it working. I still can't believe the fix was just moving that USB. That's so stupid, dude.
Yeah, well.
It fixed Path of Exile. I can play Path of Exile now. Straight up. I've been
Crazy. That's fucking crazy, actually.
it's so stupid, dude. They weren't even next to each other. They were like this. They weren't here. They were here. I thought I was cool.
Well, you know, sometimes.
What?
Sometimes it just be like that. I don't know.
Slip fucking right on that banana peel, brother. Ugh. How you doing? How's your week been?
Pretty good. It's been slowly, increasingly. I could feel Rashik moving the planet closer to the entire planet. I think, just specifically like Europe closer to the sun.
Just taking
So
Germany and moving it out a little bit.
Just specifically Germany and like pull us up a little bit, or down, I guess, into the south. I don't know. I don't know what I would say. It's been really warm and I hate it. And I was gonna go to karaoke yesterday and I didn't because I left the office and the office was like a relatively normal temperature that you could like live in. And then I got outside and I lost all my hair at once.
That's
Because it burned off of
crazy.
my face and body. It's sort of comparatively to like what other people experience, it's probably not like that much, but you know, to me, for us, this is like a proper heat wave. So I came home and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna go because school. I texted school the day before. I was like, karaoke tomorrow. School said yeah, and then they text me in like someone in the morning is like, I don't think I can go outside in this weather. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be like a bit later when we leave, so it's gonna like be a bit colder, and then it wasn't. It's just been like even at like 10, like when I went to bed the previous day at like 9-10 p.m. it was still like 28 degrees outside. I couldn't open my fucking window. It's fucking crazy. So I didn't go. I've just been sitting in my room for the entirety of the weekend and blasting my AC because it's, oh my god, it's so warm. Ollie, it's not a, you know, but it's so warm. It's fucking awful, and it's no sign of slowing down the next few
That
weeks.
sounds like hell. That sounds like real hell.
It is hell. It is hell. It's awful. I'm looking at our weather forecast right now and it's just like 33 degrees, 32, 34, and I'm like, "Oh my god, kill me." Oh. So yeah. Other than that, it's been pretty good actually. I've had a good week, but the weather.
That's good. Other than being in hell, it's been pretty solid.
Other than literally being in hell, yeah, it's been a good week down here. In the depths of the hells. Yeah. How are you? How's your week been?
Mine's been pretty good. Work's been slow, but it's given me opportunity to work on the pirate session that we have for tomorrow. So that'll be fun. That'll be good. I have a lot of data entry I have to do today. Because I spent all week at work designing everything and everyone, and I still have to do the map, the bits of the map that I can do ahead of time to give me some semblance of an ability to control a session. Because there's a really fun thing that happens when you improvise at the level that we do, which means I can really plan for nothing. So I've learned I have to force some things for there to be some semblance of a structure, because I cannot rely on the chaotic four of you to keep that bone structure in place. That's kind of been delegated to me as the primary DM in that weird improv all DM D&D where you guys have a lot more control and onus over the story. It's a lot of fun. It's very interesting, but I've been having that yearning. It seems like Vi has too, based on her posts, for that kind of like traditional D&D though. There's a part of me that wants to just start running a a module. Just pick a random module, like a big one, and like when I'm
Yeah.
bored, run it on a
I
Saturday with whoever's present.
Yeah, I also I still really want to run Rime of the Frost Maiden because I've played that one before and it just means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, especially if you've played it
yeah,
before, it's
but
fun because you have a knowledge of where it's supposed to go.
mhm,
I'm
mhm.
kind of doing this as I've always been very anti-module, as you know, but
Yeah, so yeah.
the little soirees I've done with the one shots that I've hosted, all of the one shot modules I've run, I've been in love with. They've all been
Mm,
written by one person, so I don't know if I'll be able to
yeah.
find that same quality in other people's, but I'm I'm starting to have a little faith in the era of D&D where I wasn't giving it enough credit, because seeing where it is
Mhm,
now, it wasn't this bad before. So that means that there had
yeah.
to have been some quality there that I was overlooking. I was being too judgmental of. So
Mm,
I'd be very interested, and that'd also be a good way for you or Skull, your best friend Skull, to learn how to DM. You know what I mean? Getting your feet wet, because I know
yeah.
that's been something you
Yeah.
guys have been talking about for years now.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's how it
I've
goes. Welcome,
I've
welcome to D&D.
yeah.
Trying to plan things for years. Much like the
Yeah, and then
Cosmere,
yeah.
things take time.
Yes, yes. I do want to say before we hop into the Cosmere, I was talking to my one roleplay partner
Hmm.
that I write One Piece with about this like this RDD session, and they were
Hmm.
like, first of all, they're from Australia, so I was like, we have a session pretty late your time, so I don't know if that's something you can manage, especially since it's on a Sunday. Um,
Hmm.
but they were like, so if you ever looking for another player, I was
Hmm.
like, I don't know if we can fit you in at this point. And also, pretty late session for them.
Well,
But yeah.
the really unfortunate thing is the one place I could see it happening is, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't happen, but we're having some scheduling problems with one of our players, and I'd hate to do it
Mm,
because she was one of like the OG players and we just brought her back. Uh,
yeah.
but if scheduling issues continue for a game that's only supposed to happen every 2 weeks, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that isn't necessarily not out of the cards. Again, I don't want to do that, but it's something I've been having to
No.
consider.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be really unfortunate.
but hopefully we don't even have to worry about that because I've been working really hard on their one too, which I'm very excited for. Which I can't. Well, I can tell you a little
I
bit.
wish
I can't
I
leak.
wish I could be.
I can't leak a ton of things, but let me. I'll give you this of what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
you guys are playing uh Lego D&D, right? I'm letting you guys build your own
Right.
pieces. You're playing with whatever you want to
Yeah.
build and play with. You guys, this is how I
Yeah.
think of games, right? As I give them this kind
Yeah.
of vision in my mind, is I'm giving you guys Legos and you build whatever,
Yeah.
but I have to give you the pieces to play with, right?
Yeah. Right.
This is so stupid. They're playing Dispatch, and I'm so for real. It's
Mhm.
what's the best version
Mhm.
of Dispatch to me? So what I'm doing for them, and Beth will be able to hear this, but this is DM wife privilege, unfortunately, is part of it. Uh,
Mm.
I'm building like a Marine war board, like as if like the table in the room where they like
Mm.
have all the things, and they're
Yeah.
gonna have a bunch of missions, and they're gonna have units to send to some places, and that'll
Oh wow.
affect the world in some places, like be able to assign characters that we know that are
Mhm.
famous and present in the Marine place right now, so they'll be able to assign them and send them to different places and have
That's
different
crazy.
effects on the world that, depending on where you guys go, you may or may not
Yeah.
feel the circumstances of. Or if you guys do big enough things, it might show up on their board, and they are choosing 2 areas to send resources and then 1 area to go themselves, and then they get to like zoom in on the mission, and then that's how we do. It's like a mission
Okay.
that's what I always wanted from
That's
Dispatch. I wanted
fun.
to go and see it. That was the one thing I always thought was
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of vibe I'm doing there. So you guys are playing D&D Lego, they're playing D&D Dispatch.
That's fun. That's
So
fun.
I've built a whole system of like Marines and rankings and their abilities for them to do stuff. It's been a lot of fun. And then I've also been designing all of the Marines, the updated Marines, because the last time you guys fought Marines, you were level 8. So I had to do some redesigning and re-looking over. And also, like, you know, I don't want to get too into, this isn't a D&D podcast. Don't need to get into DM session design philosophy. But I've been enjoying doing that. And my evolution of, especially the way I started doing D&D with this group specifically, not playing but DMing, was via, I wasn't confident in my ability to like design and run combat sessions. And I'm now designing a variable stealth high intensity combat encounter that could go either way at any point in time, with a fully improvised map but with fully structured mechanics, and I'm doing all of that by myself. That feels pretty sick.
Yeah, that is pretty sick. That is pretty sick, actually. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Truly deeply.
No, so I think tomorrow's gonna be fun. Still need to confirm technically, but everyone voted, so I assume everyone's good for session. That's kind of,
I mean, Skull and I are definitely not gonna be anywhere else. So.
But other than that, I finished listening to this on my walk this morning with Onion. I was outside when I yelped audibly at the reveal at the end of that last chapter, but we will come back to that because we have a couple things to start with. Do you want to start with the art, or we want to start with weekly update?
You said weekly updates was pretty like a lot to this week.
Yeah, there were some big ones. There's some big information dumps and some interesting things going on.
Yeah, I would love to start with the fan art. Yeah, fan art. Let's say fan
art of the week.
Fan art.
That's what you're doing. That was the intro, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not so much fan art this week. It's more of a cosplay that I thought was really fitting for this week. The cosplay is fan art by Fantacozy on Tumblr, on the Tumblr, which is where I'm getting most of my fan art. It's Spook, or the Survivor of the Flames, as they're calling him. Just a very cool, very good, cosplay fan art. 1 second.
Trying to size it so it fits in frame as much as I can. I'll have to scroll them a little bit. God, that is fucking sick, dude. That's good too. They look young. That's it's very accurate. That is so cool.
It's so good, isn't it? I really, I was scrolling through the Mistborn tag and I saw this and I was like, this is so fitting. I have to show this to Ollie. Well, not immediately, but I have to show this to Ollie. Just like incredibly fitting where we are in the story.
God, the parallels on parallels on parallels.
It's on parallels, yeah.
Dude, I've got so much shit to say. We've got so much shit for the spoiler corner, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know how much shit we have to talk about in the spoiler corner?
I'm pretty sure I do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm excited.
No,
we gotta save it. Hold it.
Yeah.
But no, that is very cool. That is very, very cool.
All right, you pull up the epigraphs. Jesus Christ.
I put every epigraph on every note. But before we jump in there, we do have weekly update.
Yes, we do. Please tell me of the weekly update of this week.
So, The weekly update starts by being interrupted with an AI TTS of holy shit, we didn't realize there was a book release this week. That we released a book and we didn't talk about it in the video. Please know this book exists. Which was very funny. Very
That's so funny. That's so funny.
So he's
Oh
back.
my God.
He's back from London MCM, and that we talked about that. His talk got posted.
Yeah.
He talked about the talk being posted. New book came out. It's called Songs of the Dead. It's a non-Cosmere contemporary fantasy novel that's set in London.
Oh, okay, interesting.
A musician dies and he finds a fantasy city beneath London.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny enough, very Brandon Lee Mulligan, like Unsleeping City, the city beneath the city type beat.
I love that. That's so cool.
I didn't recognize this name, but you might, because I feel like you're a little bit more tapped into like modern fantasy authors. He co-wrote it with Peter Aurelian. He wrote the Vault of Heaven series and The Unremembered.
Doesn't ring a bell to me.
Yeah, me neither. But apparently he said it like we should know it. But then again, that's also how he says most things.
Yeah, that's true.
Mistborn is at 83% completion. And his goal is to finish it in July for the screenplay.
Okay, exciting. Exciting stuff.
Riftwave, which I don't know what that is at 33%. I forgot to look it up.
Okay.
I forgot to look up what Riftwave is, but there's a book that's at 33% completion.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good to know.
Songrise 4.0 is at 50% completion. So that's the sequel series to the Skyward series, which is the one that just got signed with the live action people that do One Piece. That's the kind of, it's the non-Cosmere fantasy sci-fi space. Basically, it was him dipping his toe into sci-fi before putting it into the Cosmere. That's what he did. He did that youth novel. Yeah. Which genius strategy, by the way.
Was that the one that you tried to read and then like hopped into like book 4?
Yes. Well, I did end up reading all of it. I don't know about all of it. I read up to the book that I accidentally read. So I started, because it's called Skyward. So I read the book called Skyward, thinking that was where the series started. But no, that's the 4th book. The first book's called something else for some fucking reason. I don't feel like that's on me. That's a branding issue. But
yeah, I know.
It was
Listen, the stories I could tell you about authors that just call their books random things and then are like all in one series. I could start to strangle some people. I hate it. My personal nightmare is authors that just like give their books random names and don't
think about the consequences.
Don't think about the continuity of it.
Look at the Stormlight Archives and it almost being a perfect palindrome with the titles until the fucking 5th book. It's perfect until you get there. It's how do you throw that away? It was so perfect. I digress. We had a conversation privately in our little friend group, talking about
either where we don't exist.
Exactly. In the spiritual realm, as we'll call it, where we talked about traveling to America and dating this episode pretty hard. The World Cup has been this week all across America.
Yes.
And I think this has been a beautiful proof of concept that people can travel to America. It's pretty lit, actually. This looks awesome. I've never been so proud to be an American, to see so many people be embraced so heartily and wholly. It makes my heart so warm to know we aren't universally hated, that people know it's just our government, it's not us. I've never felt so happy, dude. It's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Listen, I'm usually not really into sports, but whenever the World Cup comes around, and we as Germany are doing well for once, because last World Cup we weren't doing so great, but this one, 7-1, Curacao. I'm very sorry, but 7-1.
Dude.
Sorry. I get really.
No, it's hype.
Really
people in this new age of people screaming LARPer and poser. People get mad at you for being excited about things. I think it's all right. I think it's okay to be excited about something new for the first time. I don't think that makes you a LARPer. And I think people
No,
who try to claim that
no,
shit are morons and clout
it's
chasers.
awesome. And then also I've seen like apparently the Scottish fans and the German fans get on really well.
Mm.
Like everything I've seen from German and Scottish fans just hanging out together, we're just
Oh, that's
like
brilliant.
it's like we're one people. We love each other. To like I didn't to inevitably the entire the whole big audience that's gonna watch this back when we're rich and famous.
Mhm.
To all our Scottish viewers, as a German, I love you.
Dude, I love to see it, but in that same vein, I think there was still a sort of thing that we had talked about on
Mhm.
stream last week about just the concept of having to go to Utah and how not fun that sounds.
Yeah, that doesn't actually sound very
Coming
fun
to
at
America,
all.
awesome. Utah,
Yeah, Utah.
good
I'd love to come to New
news.
York sometime.
New York does sound
Not you.
awesome. However, Nexus is moving. They're moving
Oh wait,
the
when?
World Hopper event is done, and they're doing basically now a big con space. I don't know why they aren't pitching
Right.
this as just a con, because it's a big ballroom with a bunch of shops and like a, because basically they want it to be a party. It's a big party. They're calling it
Mm,
Nexus by
big party.
Night. Right? It's giving shitty church party,
Cute.
if I'm really
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
just
that's
just make it a
yeah.
convention. Just make a fucking convention. Go all in on like the convention vibe of it, and then make it like it's giving.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Have you ever gone to a con rave? Like
No.
so whenever there's like a rave or a party hosted by cons, at least in America, they're always
Mm.
lame. That's the vibe that this was
Yeah,
kind of giving to
yeah.
me in its like most truest form. However,
Mm.
the whole Nexus event and all of that convention and everything going on there has moved to Denver, Colorado.
Oh, that doesn't sound as bad as going to Utah.
Absolutely not. Denver's beautiful. I love Colorado. Colorado's
Mm.
wonderful. It was the first place weed was legal. And
Oh.
poignantly, the primary reason that they kept going back and visiting and talking about as why Denver was affordability, was talking about flights and hotels
Mm.
and the cost
Nice.
of people getting there and traveling. That was their major deciding factor. So they've got this new big space. Um, so yeah, they've also that's really neat. Denver seems really uh like a really good spot. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I want to go to Denver. So that would be a very fun opportunity
Denver
at some
sounds like a
point.
good place.
It'd also be a good marketing opportunity for us to go around with around 0 viewers to 2,000 overnight, just going
That
out
would
and
be
passing out shit.
so fucking fun.
That'd be
That
money,
would be
dude.
so fun.
That's the
Hey,
dream.
it would be.
That's why we're
That would
building the
be.
backlog, right? That's the goal. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly. So
if the
people
time comes.
can go back to this
Exactly. But
when the time comes, Ollie.
when when if whatever, it's all it'll happen. It'll happen, or it won't, or it will. You know what I mean? And if I say it will
Mm,
more, then it might.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
stupid. Or we
That's
just
how
sit
we
here and
roll.
talk to each other and hang out forever, and that's fine by me also.
That's fine too. Yeah, exactly.
Uh what else was there?
Oh
What
my
else was
god.
there? They're doing a new charity. Uh I don't know if
Oh,
the
nice.
charity itself is new or if this is just a new event that they're doing with this charity. It's called Light Weaver is the charity, which is very cute.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
I thought it'd be Edge Dancer for charity, but Lightweaver is also very cute.
yeah.
Lightweaver is very fun. And they're doing an artathon. Essentially,
Ooh.
they didn't use that term. This is how I've understood it. But there will be presenting art and selling art. There's a bunch of information. It's a big whole event. It's at compassgallery.com. It'll be live streamed, and it's a pay what you
Okay.
want live stream. So you can get in for whatever and you can donate whatever, and all proceeds go to the Light Weaver charity. And they talked about what they're benefiting,
Oh,
but I forgot to write
nice.
that down. Um,
That's nice. That sounds nice.
there was some shout outs for another author's Kickstarter, and a Wheel of Time war game done by Direwolf, which actually seemed pretty neat.
Fun.
But yeah, so like I said, dense weekly update this week. I'm glad I listened to it in advance.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happening. That's cool.
Yes.
Very fun.
Denver. I'm excited for Denver. I hope I get the opportunity to go at some point. He basically right now it seems like Dragonsteel is planning to 2030. That's kind of like the blocking, because they were saying basically the plan is from 2027 to 2030 it'll be in Denver. And after that, it might move. They didn't say that part, but that's kind of the assumed thing that's being left open. They didn't say forever.
Start putting money aside for a flight and a dress in a hotel.
Yeah, they probably just paid signed a contract through 2030 would be my bet. So they
that makes sense.
They did say that 1 year they might not do it in Denver. They might do it somewhere else. But they were very ambiguous about that. He was kind of dancing around it a little bit.
Right.
But that is all I've got for the weekly update this week.
Amazing. It's a good weekly update.
Yes. And a good fucking chunk of chapters. We took on all of part 3. That was your call this week. That was brave, and it was great. It was a very Stormlight-esque hunk that we got.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought it wasn't, the chapters weren't all that long. Like, we didn't have anything that was like over 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think we even had something that was over 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think the longest was like a 25.
Audiobook thing. Yeah. So it's like, we might as well knock this out in all in one. I'm glad it worked out.
No, dude, what a call. What a call, dude.
Jesus
before we get to the big conversation, because I feel like we need to just save that for the spoiler corner. Save it for the end so we can put all of that back in there. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I feel like everything I've been complaining and bitching about with Sazed and the thing that he's been shoving down our throats of understanding, I feel like this chunk of epigraphs proves me right.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? Do you see do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The movie reference.
Yeah, I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
But do you understand my perspective more after these epigraphs, or do you need me to?
I do. I think I do, actually. I do. I don't know. I'm still very torn on it, because I feel like until I know everything, I'm not sure I can make the call of whether or not say it's being unreliable or not. Or
can I let me present it this way.
Yes, please do. Convince me.
Hemalurgy, as we now know from these things, is a science. Hemalurgy has nothing to do with any one shard. And we have proof of that in the Stormlight archives.
No, you're right.
This plus Stormlight 5 is undeniable proof that Hemalurgy is not limited to one shard's power.
You're right. You're right.
It's full, complete truth. There's also some really interesting conversations I'm going to load up right now for the spoiler corner. You ready? I'm just going to say some names. Moash. Jezrien. Telseer. There are
you're right.
3 names that we need to have a conversation about in the spoiler corner because of information we learned in this chapter, because my boy Marsh is trapped in his mind. Talk about Brandon Sanderson pre-writing Obsession. Tell me how he knew.
God.
Tell me how he knew Obsession was coming.
God.
I've now, by the way, read enough Twitter content because I heard enough about the writing of Obsession. I am infinitely more impressed with the writing than I am the directing from what I've seen. I think the writer should be getting a lot more credit. I don't know if he wrote it. I just know if he directed it. If he wrote it, props should go to that guy. But whoever fucking wrote Obsession, that shit is spooky, and it's as spooky as this because it's the same goddamn shit, dude. This is fucked up.
That's fucked up.
It's literally, dude, I'm just now realizing how exactly 1-to-1 it is. Think about it.
Yeah, no, fuck, you're right.
It's scary how I almost wonder if he's read Mistborn. There's almost a part of me. You know what I mean? It's like so accurate.
It is.
Everything's derivative.
No,
art is a lie. Nothing is real.
Cake is a lie.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
But what are you feeling about Marsh and his whole situation?
Oh my god. I'm so upset when he's talking about like the rebellious part of him quiet. It's so because oh my god, I feel like in the writing you can really tell whenever like Ruin takes over, whenever Marsh's inner voice becomes more like Ruin. It's fucking scary, and I'm just like, oh, I was really happy. Well, I don't know if I was really happy that we saw Marsh because of what ended up happening, but I was really happy just to see Marsh and at least see how he's been moving.
Dude, it's
and what's
so
happening.
brutal.
Oh my god, it's so brutal.
It's so brutal.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh my god.
It's so interesting. Just the way Ruin moves his pieces.
Yeah.
In relation to the way we've seen other shards and the way they move their pieces.
Yeah.
It's very. You know what I keep struggling with right now? Keeping track of what shard is doing what to who. I can't fucking tell. I can't tell who's Ruin, who's Preservation, who's the good guy, and who's the bad guy. I don't know. I think they're all bad. That's how I feel right now. Everyone's bad.
I do think, you know something, I do sometimes, I'm like, oh my god, are the shards the bad guys?
Are the people in power the bad guys?
The bad guys?
Oh, fuck, dude. Shit.
God, dude.
No, but so, I mean, here's the fucked up thing, though. We also learned some very interesting facts about the shards. Ruin is missing something desperate that Preservation is keeping from Ruin.
Yep.
Preservation's body makes up all of human sentience. So Preservation doesn't have a physical body anymore.
Yeah.
Ruin's body is also seemingly fucked.
That's true.
Unless
because they found the
unless
talk to me.
Unless we're looking at it at the end of the fucking chapter, bro. Unless that's him right there. How about can we talk about the epigraph literally being like, and then Marsh stabbed the piece of metal into him and Ruin poisoned his mind, and then Vin touched the earring that's pierced in her ear and hears Rin's voice for the first time in fucking forever. Like literally 1-to-1, back to back. It's so
good.
You know what it feels like? It feels like someone who just took on a shard trying to figure out how to wield his narrative powers, and it feels so heavy-handed. It feels like the narrative being like, here's the hint, here's the resolution, and then in Stormlight he's this like beautiful weaver who like teases you and then makes you come to an understanding, and then you're smacked in the face that your understanding was wrong, and then that smack in the face was also wrong. You idiot, why would you think you knew anything? You know what I in this it really feels like he's taken the horse to water, taking its head and shoving it in the fucking water and being like, drink, bitch. Like, that's what it feels like.
He's
where
so good.
Stormlight really feels like he's figured it out, and I love
He's
that.
figured it out.
I l-
Yeah, he plans it, and then you're wondering about it, and then yeah, you get the information, but then the information is wrong, but then that information is wrong also. And the first information was actually right, and but here it's like, and he plans and he sets the information, like it's like he sets the glass of water of information in front of you, and then you look at it, it's like, yes, interesting, and then he takes it and he throws it in your face.
dude, it's
It's
so I love it still because it really does feel like someone coming into a power, developing a
yeah.
skill, right? That's what it is.
Yes, you're so right. Oh
That's
my
because that's
god.
what he's trying to represent in that is at the end of the day, these are people with these skills. There's clearly limitations and intentions behind their actions in the way that they're
Yep.
sentient people. I see why people say you should start here. I really, really do. I'm starting to
Mhm.
understand it.
Mhm.
But you know what I really feel?
Mhm.
Mistborn 1, 2, and 3 should have just been one book better edited.
Hmm.
That's
One
how
big book.
that's what I feel. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Maybe Mistborn
Yeah.
1 and 2 is one book, and then Mistborn 3 is a separate book. Maybe something
Mhm.
like that. You know what I mean? I just feel like
Mhm.
the so I feel like this chapter, it's so interesting to see the thing I was complaining about at the beginning of the book is gone.
Yeah.
Sazed is back to being slightly moody still, but having exploring a little bit more of that. And Elend is in the same way. Is like as they're interacting with these things, we're seeing more of their old selves
They're
coming
coming, like
out.
it's like they're coming back to themselves, I feel like. I feel like also because they both were like it says its case, he's like, oh, I lost the love of my life, and everything is terrible. And then as he also like slowly spends more time with his friends,
Mm-hmm.
and is like focused on this thing that's also very important, he like slowly finds his way back to his passion and to what what he has to do and what is right, and
Mm-hmm.
just he comes back out of his shell. And then also for Elend, who has been in this like high strung position of being king and being emperor, and feeling like everything is on his shoulder, which I mean it is, everything is on his shoulders, and then he gets the chance to like
Well, it's
come
the
back
whole
into
point is that it's
himself.
not right. He has a full team of fucking people.
Yeah.
That's the point, right? That's what I love.
Yeah.
I love how
uh,
that's how it's my favorite again the different perspectives that you can have. It's probably my
yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
part is the
Yeah.
sheer volume of ways you can look at the narrative and the way it forms. It's
Yeah.
just so fucking good,
It's
dude.
so good.
But so with going back to the hemalurgy allomancy ferrochemy
Yeah.
conversation, hemalurgy is so clearly and specifically like a learned manipulation of like allomantic properties. It's clearly
Mhm.
like an evolution of it in some way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's clearly a
Mhm.
manipulation. And then I already presented my argument for the basis of the powers. You know what I mean? The ruin, breaking things
Mhm.
down to their fundamental parts. Preservation is storing things for later use. They even
Yeah.
describe ferrochemy as nothing changes but the time in which it is used. What is that if not preservation?
Yeah. I know that's, you are right.
I'll
Thinking about it last week, I was like, no, actually, Ollie's right.
I'm gonna
This,
die on this hill, dude.
I'll die on it with you.
Thank you.
Now, this is
Thank
like,
you.
what are we talking about?
It makes me wonder if that becomes a thing, but it feels like, again, says it is looking at the camera and telling us. But then I had another thought, like we just talked about.
Mhm.
Every time he looks at the camera and tells you it's wrong and a lie.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, and then it's wrong in a lie.
So I think this is Sanderson setting that up kind of for the Cosmere at large, where he's like,
Yeah.
people don't understand the power. I mean, look, no, dude, that's exactly what it is, because that's what this whole fucking novel is about, is the misunderstanding of perspective. And then we see in this, by the way, says it is
Yes.
aware of Adel nauseum, but nothing at
Yes.
all beyond just the name.
Yes.
So
Yes.
clearly
What's this?
it's limited. It's limited in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. It's limited.
Yeah. They also say it differently. I noticed it. I
Yes.
don't remember how I said it. I was like, what?
It was
I
like
said, oh, it's Adel nauseum.
Adel
It's
nauseum or something like that.
ultimately there's something weird. Like I was like, okay, it's not how you say it, but
Said
okay.
it with the Sazed voice.
Yeah, true enough, actually.
Maybe he got corrected for Stormlight. He's like, actually, you said it fucking wrong, idiot. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh. Dude, the koloss skin being held in place by spikes was
Spikes! Oh
gnarly.
my god.
That shit was
That was so.
gnarly.
Oh my god! I was like, oh my god! I don't even. I think the chapter I have it in, or like, um, yeah, but the I think it was 40. The only 3 notes I have for 40 are like Jesus dot Christ dot next note holy dot shit dot and then what the fuck?
It's
So fucked up.
Hemalurgy feels like, what's his name? Rashik got the power and came to this crazy understanding of like the
Mm-hmm.
metals, and then was like, oh, I
Yeah.
can do shit with this. And then was like, ba
Yeah.
ba 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 ba. So it's like, it's of Ruin in the way it was of a guy who was holding Ruin, I think.
Holding ruin at the time. Yeah.
But I don't think that's like, yeah. I mean, and also with
Yeah.
the fucking dude, the description of the fucking Inquisitors joyously hacking. It's like, when did this become a horror novel? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, or it was like, oh yeah, and then they pinned him down and they drove a spike in through somebody else, and then they were
Through
happily just taking
through the heart into his eye.
through the heart into his eyes. Oh, it's so
So,
crazy. It's oh my god, Jesus Christ, it's
oh my,
just so.
so what I want you to think about again is a scene in Stormlight 5. Spoilers vaguely, but you remember the room with the spren?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh
Remember
my
what
god,
they were held in with?
my
They were pinned to the wall.
oh oh my god,
Yeah, dude.
oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
fucking god.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit!
I
Fuck.
I couldn't, the more they kept talking about spikes and pins and holding things. This is going to be a pretty spoiler heavy episode for Stormlight, I think.
Mm,
So
mm.
buyer beware for Stormlight spoilers. We'll probably let some things slip before we make it all the way to the corner. But I can't stop thinking about it, dude.
Fuck.
Because, oh no, dude. Okay, no, I need to write that down or I'm gonna forget it. I need to write that down or I'm gonna forget it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh yeah, then also there was another thing I wanted to talk to you about that I have to say for the corner.
Right, 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 right,
And then
right.
I wrote down, so I've got a I've started putting things in the drawer to spoil.
Awesome. Awesome.
Is there anything else on Hemalurgy that you wanna touch on the Inquisitors, Marsh?
Um, um, no. I'm not talking about Hemalurgy anymore.
Very fair.
Was Tensoon? Yeah, Tensoon was in this one. I was really happy when we saw Tensoon.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a touch
and
of
then he
Tensoon.
digs. Yeah, he digs out the spikes.
Mm-hmm. It's like, and then
Yes, from sure.
yeah, it's again the epigraph is like, and then there's spikes that give blessings, and then Tensoon's like, and then I go to get the spikes that give me the blessing, and you're like, all
Gives
right,
me a blessing. Yeah.
sure,
Like,
buddy.
okay, yeah, sure.
It's very
You
unfortunate.
do that, my friend.
Dude, I'm a sucker for Homeward Bound stories. I love a dog running home. I'm gonna cry when they get their reunion. I'm gonna sob for real, for real.
Oh my god, they better be getting their freaking reunion. Oh my god.
The last thing I wanted to talk about before we move on from Marsh, and we can leave Hemalurgy behind, but with Marsh, and it's a little bit Hemalurgy, but the relationship between like Marsh's mind and Ruin's mind, and that like dynamic, right? Where like Ruin's like in control now.
Yeah.
And Marsh is just like in the back, hanging out.
And the rebellious part of him is just like
It's so
watching as his body gets controlled, and
dude, it's so
that's horrifying.
I can't stop thinking about so many other things. I love Sanderson. He's got me by the balls, dude. He does. He really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tensoon with the full escape and the running, just a very lore dump of this is how Hemalurgy works for Kandra.
For the Kandra.
Just fun.
I love that. No, good for him. Thank you, Tensoon.
So the question now, there's kind of two more big topics to hit. The question isn't what do we want to talk about next. I think the question is what do we want to end on? Spook or Vin and Ellen?
Let's end on Vin and Ellen. I feel like ending on Vin and Ellen is very, very fitting. Here.
Oh yeah, true. Especially for the last chapter. Very true.
Yeah.
Dude. You go first. You talk first, please.
First of all, 10 people. Just an interesting number. I don't think that means anything, but you know, which could mean nothing.
Well, technically 9 people.
Technically 9 people, but he sends in 10. It's like, yeah, technically
he's
9
picking
died,
10.
but he sends in 10. I was like, ooh, which could mean nothing, but probably also means nothing.
Because every time we see a number now forever,
every time I see a number like that, I'm like, literally the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme like.
Don't worry, my friend. I have for the spoiler drawer some Cosmere numerology for us.
Oh, amazing!
I've got some shit to drop for you.
Ooh. Yeah, the parallels between like the survivor of Hathsin and now the survivor of the flames. I'm insane. Hey, hopefully Spook doesn't die by the end of this, because otherwise I'm gonna be genuinely very upset. If they kill this kid, I'm gonna fly over to Utah and throw eggs at Brendan Sanderson.
Well, not a kid anymore. He's Batman now. He's Batman and Daredevil combined into one. He's Batman and Daredevil. Dude, it is maybe the coolest thing in the fucking world. That whole sequence, so dude, with the little girl jumping out the fucking window with the blindfold. Oh my god.
So cool. It was so cool. He's so cool.
And then I love, he is really nailing the different perspectives and the lack of knowledge and the assumptions. Like that game is just beautiful. So perfectly executed.
Oh, it's so good. Also, every time he's like, oh, and then Kelsier said, I'm like, oh, don't listen to Ruin.
Well, because
don't listen.
It's interesting because who do you think made the survivor of Hathsin? Was that Ruin manipulating the information, or is that Kelsier being steered by preservation? So was the hero of Hathsin actually preservation survivor, or the survivor of Hath's in preservations, and now the survivor of the flames is Ruin.
It's ruins. Oh my god.
Because it's fire. Oh,
Fuck.
dude, the fire versus
Because
surviving
it's
the pits.
fire. Oh my god.
It's like preserving
Fuck.
yourself in the pit. It's gotta be, dude. That's so.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Fuck.
this dude's got like 9 champions. He's just got 900
He's
people.
yeah, he just picks them all one by one. Oh my god. And also then he also has all the fucking Inquisitors, so yeah, it might as well be like 9,000 people that he's got.
It's crazy. It's so
Oh my god.
fucking. Oh, dude. I
God, I sure hope
did
nothing happens to Spook.
it. Here's the thing. I love this so much.
Mm-hmm.
It feels crazy. It feels like we could have gotten a little bit of development in 2 to get him here. You know what I mean? I feel like the gap
Yeah,
from Spook to
yeah,
1 to
again,
2 to 3 is jarring.
yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like we said before that the like kind of jumps between 2 and 3 are kind of jarring because we
Mhm.
didn't get to be there for that year
But
that
it's not
Ellen's been emperor.
every character, right? Like
It's not every
Breeze is
character.
exactly the same. Vin is pretty
Breeze
much the
is
same.
fine.
It's just
Finn,
some of these characters just like but then now not so much. And now
Yeah.
they're back to, and I feel like that's the vibe. That's what he wanted, maybe. That's the
Yeah, I
only
think
thing I
so.
can think
I
of,
think
right?
so.
So then it's like, does
Yeah.
the emotional payoff equal the kind of, I would argue, like immersion breaking misrepresentation of the characters? Like I feel like it just I think that's the question. Does that balance it to you? I don't think it does to me still, because it did land. That he
No.
brought the plane in, but you know what I mean? It jostled when we land, and I'm like, what the fuck,
It
dude?
jostles a bit, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I feel like it feels very jarring. I feel like, especially someone like Spook, we could have had built out more in the previous books.
Have
Just
him
to
like
like
hinting that his tin's on
have
all the
him,
time, like he's always burning it
yeah,
constantly,
have
and he's
him,
starting to flinch more, stuff like that.
yeah, have him just be a bit familiar. I think, because I don't think before this he's been POV character.
Yeah,
No, once I think.
I
Once
think
and two.
I think once and 2, but again in 2 he's just kind of there, and he's there
Yeah, he
to be
doesn't do that much
sad.
in two. Yeah.
And
So
maybe that's supposed to also drive home the kind of like uselessness of just having one. We're kind of starting to see
yeah.
the importance of having the 2 pairs, like the 2 powers paired together, like really
Yeah, true.
gives a powerful like benefit to either both powers working together equal more than the sum of their parts,
Yeah.
which
True.
I thought it was interesting in that way, that Alrian and Breeze are counters to each other.
Yes, I'm so glad you mentioned it because I was
So
also going to say I
together
love
they are one full
Ariana and
power.
Breeze working together. I love that so much.
And her
Oh, and she
crying
was
and wanting
so
to kill, to
her
make them kill,
crying and
dude.
being like,
Oh,
oh my god, I love her so much.
I would
Oh
kill
my
for
god, that was
Orion.
such
I
a moment.
would.
I love I
She
love
grew on
Aria.
me. She grew on me hard. I
Yeah,
hated her. Now I love her.
yeah. Just no, I love her so much. Her and Breeze are oh my god,
But
they're
the it's that
rude,
beautiful.
but
Sanderson does that metaphor so brilliantly of how well they work together, the way they can understand each other because of how into their powers they are.
they are, yeah.
Hmm.
No, oh, I like that so much. I like the like, and I hope we get more of it as well of them working their powers together. Because I like that a lot. I
That
love that sequence very much.
if I had to bet money, I think that's a lot of what the book 2 or the arc 2, the era 2. That's the word I'm looking for.
There too, yeah.
Seems to be, from what I understand, era 2, the main 2 characters are called Wax and Wayne. And if that's not going to be
Yeah.
a dynamic duo of Alamancers, I don't know what is.
I sure hope so. I sure hope so.
So we'll I think we're gonna get a lot of like, and this is one as well. We're already seeing a lot of like very technical usage of the powers. So I think we're starting to really
Mm,
see what we can do with these powers in a very interesting way.
yeah.
Uh, so Vin, huh?
Yeah.
What do we think is going on with Reen there? What's your call?
Well,
What do you think's happening? Because
uh,
I've got so many theories.
oh,
I've got
well,
too
I
many
mean,
to
we could
verbalize.
the I don't I can't actually say that because that's I think we're in the spoiler corner.
Well, we're getting pretty
No, we
close
can't.
now.
I think we have discussed this before with who Freen really is. I
We've
think we've
we've
talked about
called
that.
our shot, and I think it's pretty clean now. I think this would have been the part where even if we didn't know already, it would be a pretty easy called shot. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So Freen being ruin of ruin, right? Um, I mean,
Clearly is
because
the related to this medal, this earring.
this earring,
So the question is this
because
really
I think
him?
she, I think because I think so because I he abandoned Vin and she never saw him die. She just
Was
heard
told,
that
yeah.
he died, was told, and we know that Ruin can manipulate information. Obviously, you don't know, but also like Vreen has been there and has been in her ear
The
the
whole
entire
time. This like voice in
time,
his
the
head
whole
every
book
time, and she
series.
literally touches the ear and hears the voice, and it's a big ominous voice, and we're already calling the shot that Kelsier is a vision appearing to Spook. But then this
Appearing to
motherfucker's
Spook.
burning metal.
Yeah.
He's burning metals again. But we know the mist can give off pulses. The mist spirit has given
So
off pulses
Mist
before.
has given off pulses. Um, if Rain was, I don't, because I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh, was because Ruin was Reen ever like really
Was he even
a
real?
person? Was he even real? Um, like, because if Ruin can manipulate information, could Ruin have manipulated her memory, and then somehow inserted himself at a certain point in her life, like picked her up, and then she always thought he's always been there or something. So
Well, it makes sense.
did the person housing Ruin slash Reed in that way never died and always was an Allomancer, and then just removed himself and is now at Ruin's command, adding himself back into the picture.
Or is
Whatever's going on.
it seems like the only way Ruin can interact with Spook is after he was pierced with the steel sword tip.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that is Ruin. We're assuming that's Ruin, but now
That is
like it's gotta be, right? But I'm
it's
at the
gotta be.
point
I'm
where
pretty
I don't
sure.
fucking know. That's where I'm at right now, dude, because like if there is a forest fire, how do you
Uh-huh.
stop a forest fire?
With a lot of water.
No. You do a
No.
controlled burn on its path so that way it stops
Ah.
burning. You will never put out a forest fire with just water. If you try to fight it with water, it will eat more fuel. It's got infinite fuel. You will not get enough water
Mm-hmm.
there. The only way to properly stop a forest fire, well, water will always help, obviously. It's like the controlled, but the most effective is doing a controlled burn in the path. That is an act of preservation.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So just because you are acting, so Beth and I got into a debate about how is ruin, because we big spoilers, huge spoiler corner here, ruin and preservation becoming harmony.
Yeah.
That in my brain, I still sometimes struggle to acknowledge and comprehend in the like I can acknowledge the perspective of what the argument is. I don't agree with it is kind of where I'm at mentally, but I understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh,
Did you just have a brain blast?
Rin, Spook was stabbed with a steel sword. Vin's earring is a different metal.
Yeah.
Those are two different. Those have to be two different. So one of those is preservation and one of those is ruin. And we're 99% that that's ruin, which means the motherfucker in Spook's ear might be preservation. I don't know, dude. But
I don't know, but also
why save the girl?
Also, like,
why is he like save the little girl? Why would ruin
Penrod
care about that?
Because maybe Ruin has to make Spook believe that this is Kelsier. But also Ruin, the Inquisitors have like I think all the same spikes because they're all Mistborn, but like Inquisitors have like all different spikes. And I don't think it's necessarily about what metal you're pierced with. It's I think about that you are pierced with a metal.
I think it's super important what metal you're pierced with, and I think they taught us that this chapter in the epigraphs. I think it's where you're being stabbed, and then what metal determines what blessing you get.
Yeah, yeah. That I agree with. I mean, more like it doesn't matter what metal you get stabbed with. Ruin is gonna be able to like influence you and speak to you through whatever metal you're pierced with. So I don't think this is a one of them is ruin, one of them is preservation situation. I think they are both ruin, and ruin is trying to manipulate or get at both Spook and then in this moment here.
I really think, because as we know with Vire, other materials connect to other shards. And in this world, both ruin and preservation powers are relating to metal. So I don't think ruin has a monopoly on metal. I don't think it being ruin. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is there's a possibility. That's all I'm saying. The chance is not zero. That's all I'm saying. And in Sanderson world, that means it's 50-50.
Yeah, fair enough.
In my that's just me. Maybe that's me. You don't have to agree with that. You don't have to subscribe to that. But that's me now. After Stormlight Archives, I just listened to my buddy finish book 2 and a different buddy finish book 5. Both of them having the exact same sort of reactions where it's like, what the fuck? How did I not? Blah, blah, blah. I never trust this motherfucker. I don't trust a word this motherfucker says to us. That's me. That's where I'm at.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because poignantly, to take it there, to open the spoiler drawer fully now, Moash / Vire. This opens a very, very interesting, incredibly heartbreaking, sad aspect to his story.
Was he stabbed with a metal?
He was stabbed with crystals.
I don't think,
with gems.
I think that's it. With gems.
So that motherfucker is an Inquisitor of Odium who doesn't exist anymore and is in Valor.
Yeah.
So Odium / Valor is sharing Moash's, Vire's mind now that he's become a new human, and now we know why he's like, I need a new name, and was given a new name, and he was very open to accepting that, because he's literally a new being sharing his sentience with a shard. which means there might still be a part of him in there that hates himself so deeply for everything he does, like we know was there, and Odium kept smothering. Odium kept pushing that feeling down.
Pushing that down.
And so now Moash is getting obsessioned. Moash is sitting there having to watch himself kill and fight his brothers.
Oh.
Trapped in his own fucking body. If I will fucking sob harder than I have ever sobbed if I get Moash getting control for one pivotal moment. If I can get Moash like taking himself out instead of killing Kaladin, or swinging the sword on somebody else, doing something like just wrenching that control back for a moment. If I could have that dude,
moment.
that
would be so good.
I need it.
Fuck me, dude.
I don't want any more sad stories. I'm so sad of sad stories with sad bad endings. I want good endings. I want happy endings. God damn it. Give it to me. Don't give me a fucking Elokar being like my buddy who just finished book 2 keeps talking about how much he loves Elokar and is excited to see what kind of king he's gonna turn into. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's really awesome to see how he grows. It's really there's a really dope fight scene in the next couple books. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love that fight scene with Elokar.
So awful. You're so awful, Ollie. You're a terrible, terrible friend.
I'm the best friend, and you know it. I am the best kind of friend to have when you're reading the Cosmere.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like you and Sadius. You gotta let them feel the things they feel and give them absolutely nothing. You gotta give them nothing.
I don't want to talk about that massive blunder of mine. That's forever my greatest shame, where I was like, oh, Sadius like turned around, and then like a couple chapters later, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so put on the clown music. Please put on Here I Am.
Dude,
you're a local fucking clown.
Dude, it was.
You must have been laughing your ass off.
Can I be so honest? My heart was breaking. I felt so sad. I was like, no. There's no way. I also felt bad because you didn't realize you were falling into your trope. You thought you were breaking it by going for like, oh, he's just kind of snobby. No, it's also the evil, terrible, bad guy. It's that guy again. That's your guy. Once again, that's your boy.
Yeah.
But, so.
Yeah.
That Marsh and Vire now being kind of we got the parallels there. If I don't get Spook as a Windrunner, if Spook doesn't die in this book, that motherfucker better become a Windrunner, or I'm gonna fucking freak out. I'm gonna freak out. So I want him to be a Windrunner so bad. I want it so bad.
I mean, oh no, wait, because I was like, do you think that takes place around the same time? But like Stormlight and wait, oh no, I have to think about that.
It's years in the future. So we don't know how far the gap is between Era 1 and Era 2, but we do know the level of technology because we've read Sunlit Man. They're in like the space age now. So Spook's fucking dead.
In the we also, he's been on the run in Sunlit Man for a lot of like many years.
Yeah.
So this could
that could be in I would assume that's our view of the setting we're gonna get in Stormlight 5 or 6.
Yeah. I think because Sazed, I think, writes in one of the epigraphs in one of the Stormlights to, I do believe it's
to Hoid. Yeah, to Hoid.
To Hoid. That he's come into this power fairly recently, and that he's still very new at this.
But what is recently to a shard?
To a shard, yeah, that's true.
We'll have to see, because all I know is that Vin and Elend have a statue in Era 2. There's a big statue to them in Era 2. So
good, as there should be.
They are present in the mind of history. I know it's far enough in the future that there's a statue of them, so they're probably not around anymore.
They're probably not around. Yeah, I don't expect seeing any characters from Era 1 safe mentioning Kelsey or Van Ellen and the crew by name, and then obviously maybe Caesar as a shard.
Yeah.
If Caesar play like
Well,
if the shard
now Kelsier will
plays a
be
bigger
probably
role.
referenced as a religious figure, as a god.
Exactly.
Along with Spook now, apparently.
Along with Spook now.
Oh, so yeah,
My
now I just
boy.
realized this is setting up. Sazed was looking at the camera and telling us what the religion is going to be like in the next couple books.
Yeah.
That's what's like, oh, they're just
It's
going to
like,
keep having different survivors.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough. So to go back to Hemalurgy, I'm so sorry for a moment.
Yeah.
Stormlight,
okay.
Stormlight 5. Jezrien discovered Hemalurgy after becoming a sliver. After holding a piece of honor for a moment, he also discovered Hemalurgy, but he was doing it on Spren.
Yeah.
So what the fuck did he make? We can assume he made Vire. I think.
No, that was someone else.
I think
one of them.
I think
like,
it turned out that he taught them, did it not? Was that not like part of it, that Jezrien kind of screwed them by teaching them?
Maybe?
It's been a while, but if I remember, I thought that was the thing. But however, Jezrien didn't have contact with the Ghost Bloods. Well, no, he did. Didn't Jezrien have one of the cubes? Didn't Jezrien have a Did he? I don't. Maybe I'm making that up.
No, I don't think he did.
No, if he didn't, then that means Jezrien on his own, without contact from Scadrial, discovered Hemalurgy. So I think Hemalurgy is just like a fact of the Cosmere. Hemalurgy is like a byproduct of humans existing in a world with investiture. That's my kind of theory right now.
I mean, yeah.
I
agree with that.
We would need to reconfirm. But that's what if that's true, if he didn't have a Scion cube, if he didn't speak to any Ghost Bloods, and he discovered it after becoming a sliver, which we know he was, then I think that is like the most irrefutable proof that I could have for Hemalurgy not being just harmony, like them working together. It's deeper than that. It's a science, and that means Sazed is not a reliable narrator, which is very interesting.
Was Jezrien who was doing Hemalurgy?
Was it I'm pretty sure it was Jezrien, the king of the Herald King. He was the one that
stopped by Moash.
I don't know if he did it to Moash, but I'm pretty sure he taught Odium.
No, I mean,
he was working with Odium. That was the whole thing, right? Is that secretly Jezrien was in Shinovar, accidentally working for Odium, thinking he was working for Honor.
No. Jezrien was stopped by Moash.
That was Jezrien.
That was Jezrien.
So who was the annoying one?
Where's the heralds here?
Yeah. Heralds. Jezrien, Nail, Charnock, Vedel, Prala, Shalash, Talanel? Was it Talanel?
Ishar?
No, that's Talon. Ishar. I think it was Ishar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ishar.
Yeah, it is Ishar because it's the Order of the Bondsmiths.
It is Ishar. Yeah, and he didn't have contact with the Ghost Bloods, I'm pretty sure. No, he didn't.
So yeah, that motherfucker. Oh, so that's actually a perfect thing. So another fun fact for you here: Ishar correlates to the number 10, which is Honor's primary number. So this is a perfect segue into my numerology segment that I have for you.
Oh, amazing! Please.
So the thing that we saw in the bit we always make fun of in Stormlight is the good numbers, right? 1
Yeah.
was a good number, 2 was a good number, 4
Yeah.
wasn't a good number, 5 was a
Yeah.
good number, and then 10 was a good number for the Oath Pact. All of those are reductions of 10.
Yes.
Specifically 10. 10 Spren. 10 Oaths of Knights Radiant. Honor loves 10.
Yes.
Ruin loves 16.
Yes. That is true.
16%. It's 16, 16, 16.
16 hours, 16 days. Yeah.
So I did some digging.
Oh, yeah,
And
please.
I'm
please.
not the only one who started to notice this trend.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, of course.
Every single shard apparently has some semblance of a number correlation to it.
Oh my god.
All of them.
That's so cool. Wait.
We've apparently been able to isolate about like 6 or 7 of them. I did not do that on purpose, but
Sorry.
Devotion and Dominion, apparently from Elantris, because we got enough out of there. Have some. Yumi and the Midnight Painter, apparently the one that's in there. People are thinking that one's 13, I believe.
Of Devotion and Dominion, which one's theirs?
Those are the ones from Epigraph. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. Cosmere numerology. There was a post on the 17th shard. So we have confirmed honors. I'll read this post here by Dofurian, posted on March 14th, 2024. The truth is that this is one of my favorite Cosmere related hobbies. Trying to guess the numbers along with the colors of the different shards that we know. It probably doesn't serve much purpose in terms of the central plot, but it's still interesting. I think it's a lot more important to the central plot than this person realizes.
Yeah.
Now that we know almost all of the names of the shards, thanks to Stormlight 5, it is good to do a review to refresh. First, I'm going to go with the ones that we are already sure of, which are yours, and then I will go over the ones of which there is doubt, and finally I'll finish the ones that are completely speculation. Confirmed currently, we have Honor, Odium, Endowment, and Preservation.
Okay.
We're going to get a little bit of spoilers here. I can already see the spoilers as I go down. Honor, 10. Honor's 10. I believe that there is no counter argument here. Honor is associated with the number 10. Everything related to it revolves around that number. 10 heralds, 10 orders of radiance, 10 essences, although these may actually be 12. In short, Honor's 10. Odium is 9. The same as the previous point goes for this one. 9 unmade, 9 types of fused, the 9. It's all 9s. Endowment is 5. Many things in Nalthis revolve around number 5. The kingdoms involved in the many war, the 5 scholars, the tears of Edgley have 5 petals that the divine breath grants to the returnees. That is the book that Azure's from. Yeah, Warbreaker. Thank you. And Preservation is 16. Although it was originally going to be the 4, Preservation is associated with 16, this being the most. From what I have seen, there is a lot of arguments about this, whether Preservation is 16 or 4.
Okay.
Because the theory that this person has is that Ruin is 11 or 8.
Okay.
So that's what it has. They're saying confirmed. I'll say this, their argument here, they do not present a sound argument for Preservation being 16. I think we will be able to know for sure by the end of this.
Yeah.
We will know for sure. We don't know what yet. We don't know what exactly that is yet. Doubtfully, this section is labeled as autonomy is 7 or 8, likely, and virtuosity is likely 13. Ruin is 11 or 8, like I said. These are theories that this person has, and they have a lot of information. Quick breeze through. Basically, there's definitely not enough information to go on intentionally by Sanderson to confirm these for sure. This person believes cultivation might be 6. Genuinely,
Okay.
people put cultivation as 3.
Okay.
And then devotion and dominion are posted as 1 and 3 or 3 and 2. This person puts them at 1 and 3.
Okay.
And then they made their own little list where they have about half of them filled out.
Interesting.
So
Interesting indeed.
apparently Sanderson did answer a question once. Do all shards have a number they're associated with? Some do, most/some don't. So
okay,
potentially not all of them, but some of them are very yes, 16 in the Cosmere. So 16 is a Cosmere number.
Yeah.
Which that tracks the shards and everything.
I was gonna say it's 16 shards, and then
Yeah, it's from Worlds Beyond Number. People started asking about the numbers and the numerology of it all. So it looks like only certain shards get numerology heavy. That's what it's starting to look like.
Okay.
So I don't know, dude. There's so much. We just gotta get to the end. You know what I mean? We
do, yeah. Oh my god, we do. Holy fucking shit.
Dude, I'm so excited.
I'm so hyped. Oh my god.
I got a bot.
My condolences.
Oh, but dude, no, I'm so excited for these next. God, how much do we don't have that.
Hyped.
We're flying through this. We're going through this a lot faster than I thought we would be.
We are flying through this.
Yeah, we only have 12 hours left.
4 and 5.
Dude, this is holy shit. We are almost there. 2 more parts. Part 5 is a fucking chonk though. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Like 23, 24 chapters.
Oh,
but that'll be cool. I'm excited. Well,
yeah, no, I'm so hyped.
Thank you so much for joining me. As always, this has been the Archive, a Cosmere book club where we talk about the latest and greatest news about the Cosmere, and we currently reading through the Hero of Ages chapter by chapter. As always, I've been your host, Vezin, and the Archive on YouTube. With me, as always, is my co-host.
I have been the Pixel because, as the famous Little Open once said, everyone deserves that in front of their name. Try it out; it's pretty fun. And the _Pixel_X pretty much everywhere, give or take an underscore, because apparently the _Pixel is taken everywhere. Whoever you are, give it back. It's mine now.
I think it's my favorite thing in the Cosmere is that Lopin was right and we all are just cousins. Everyone, everything, everywhere. If you go think about it hard enough, we're all cousins.
Yeah.
So go give your cousin a hug.
Give your cousin a hug.
All right, journey for destination. Thank you so much, my friends. Until next time.
Thank you so much.